Hey guys, I am Sam. I'm going to be the keeper tonight. We are playing Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. Tonight it's just going to be a one shot, even though I've already fallen in love with all these backstories and stuff that we're going to have going on. Maybe we'll see it again. Who knows? So before we kind of get into our sponsors, we're going to go down and have James introduce himself again. Sorry.
And gets another Wookiee noise.
I know. I did it on purpose.
Hi guys, my name is James. I'll be playing Paul McEwan tonight, Simon's older brother. I'm apparently a senior student and a number of other things. You might recognize me from our Star Wars game that has been put on hold temporarily as Cooking the Wookiee. Put me on the spot.
Even better one. Excellent. All right, we're going to go all the way over to Staffan, who will be playing Simon tonight.
Hi there, I'm Staffan Chastrom, known as IQ Staffan on the interwebs. I'm going to attempt to portray the younger brother of the pair, Simon McEwan, the somewhat more dour and introverted pair of the orphaned group, and we shall see what we shall see.
I think it's going to be amazing no matter what. And Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen. I go by Savage Sparrow on the internet. I run a company of nerdy clothing and accessories. You can find it at savagesparrow.com. On Penny, I play in Pathfinder every Sunday as the Vesperin. And I used to play in Cult and all those other things. And I am playing Tammy Martin tonight, who is a broke college student trying to get by.
Perfect. Should sound familiar to a lot of us. Real quick, tonight's music and ambiance is by Michael Gelfi. We'll have some more theme music later on by Rock Narden. The roles today that you're going to see is just part of Roll20 with their Call of Cthulhu character sheets. Something to kind of go in and play around with. But other than that, we're just going to go ahead and hop right in. I will mention, as Jen said, we do have Pathfinder episode 38, I believe, this upcoming Sunday. It should be spicy and interesting. I'm there playing Augie the Barbarian, who is the nicest barbarian ever and doesn't do anything bad, ever. No? But yeah, it's going to be great. If you also want to check out an amazing show, we have Encounter Roleplay. Right now they're running iHunt. And again, they're a good place to keep finding all your TTRPG needs to escape from the world that we live in right now. Because it is great. So if we're ready, we're just going to hop right in. Right now our group has been called to the small village of Muscovy. It's sort of in this secluded valley just north of England. A little bit too far away from that closest railway station to become something big, but it's sort of this small little commuter haven, very picturesque, and they get snowed in during the winter. They've sort of struggled to survive in recent decades as families have moved away to find something, a little bit more comfortable and lucrative away from the land of their ancestors as it is. So they've kind of have had a series of stores closing that used to sort of be the cornerstone of their place. The school has actually closed. The post office is now a cute little tea shop. They're trying their hardest to kind of become more of a tourist haven than anything else. But we're just going to get into our group. Right now you guys are driving down the road towards this church where you've been instructed to meet with one of the council members from the city. This is Paul's driving. This is your cleaning van. You hear the chemicals sort of sloshing in the back. I believe Tammy's right there in the passenger seat, and Simon's kind of thrown in the back, no seat, just kind of holding on as you guys, this van has been sort of ripped out of everything from the front seats back just to hold these tools. So as you guys approach, what have you been talking about during this car ride, really?
I feel like the music would be maybe like what time period are we in? Or is this like
This
modern
is
day? I
modern
have a cell phone.
Yeah, you have a smartphone.
It's
I'm
an old
like
enough
looking at my
vehicle.
possessions.
Every single cassette tape in here is Best of Queen.
It's definitely Queen.
There we go.
100%.
Oh my god. Okay, all right.
I feel like I would be smoking.
Oh my god. And like, how many hours have we been in this
Yeah,
van?
you've been in this van for probably pushing 5 hours to get to this area, but they have promised to pay you a very, very large sum of money that it was worth it.
So I feel like Tammy would just be like, so hey, maybe as a suggestion, just maybe we could listen to something other than Queen for like 10 minutes, please. Seriously.
Do you have anything other than Queen?
Simon will randomly reach back into the big, well, it's really a CD case, to be fair, and just randomly pick something up, and whilst we're being bounced around on the drive through this sort of semi-made road up to the village, just swap out.
Where did you get ABBA?
I was going to say Journey.
Oh, God.
So
this is modern England. There's always ABBA.
it is true. So true. Thankfully, as you come over this hill, you notice this very old church. It says you'd seen the sign that said historic church half mile, and you finally see it over a half mile. Those signs are not right. And you sort of also left see these grazing sheep, but it's very much this typical sort of old English church. You roll up. There's only one car parked out front. The gravel under your wheels just seems awfully loud. Most of the church is sort of half hidden by these yew trees, and it's just at the brink of the woods. But standing out front is this older gentleman, white hair, balding, a little plumper, just sort of waiting at you guys and waving very energetically as you pull up in your cleaning van.
Pull up politely and not too recklessly, get out and try and be very, very kind of overly professional. Hello, sir. How are you doing today? You must be the one who called.
Yes. He sort of wipes his hands on his pants. You can see that there's like sweat marks there. So he's been doing this a bit. He seems a little nervous. And you guys are the cleaning crew, correct?
Oh yeah.
Puts out a shaky hand. He seems just a little nervous, but that just might be him. He's just a nervous guy.
We'll clean anything. We'll clean anything. We'll get anything out. The stuff that the other people won't touch, give it to us. We're hungry college kids. We'll do anything.
Paid a very good wage.
Yes, we will definitely be giving you the agreed upon sum for each of you. This will be a quite messy job. None of the local cleaning crews would. It's been great to just have college students come here and help out.
About that time, I suspect, is when Simon will finally have managed to break his way out of the back doors of this van, given that it doesn't actually have a door handle on the inside, so he's having to just move the locks from the inside as it falls open, just about the door's barely hanging on to the sides of the van, I suspect, and he sort of just falls out with a couple of brooms and mops and stretches himself up, dusts himself off, and just looks up to James and
Paul.
Tammy.
Oh, Tammy.
I mean, this is your first meeting.
Careful. Oh, I just got that door back on.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's also,
we're just getting started.
Yeah, exactly. We are super professional.
Matter of fact, the cleaning solution is of my own make, and I tell you, it'll get anything out, won't hurt a thing.
Wait, you actually made that, Paul?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, you're like really talented.
I didn't tell you that?
No.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And he goes into this like really kind of drawn out explanation about the chemical processes and like how it's all put together. And it's like he like 100% completely forgets that anybody else is even standing there and goes into like lecture mode because he's probably also a TA.
Yeah, and
it's clear that Tammy has no idea what you're talking about, but is really happy and enthusiastically listening.
Yeah, the gentleman looks like he wants to try and interrupt a couple of times, but he's just too nervous and also excited that a cleaning crew is here and has agreed to, help out. After Paul's sort of seems like he's wrapping up his lecture.
Oh yeah, no, and if it can clean up after a frat party, it can get anything out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine what that had to be like.
So anyway, you
sorry.
guys are.
I'm so sorry.
He holds his hand out and he's holding this old weathered-looking skeleton key. The house has been abandoned for about a month.
Takes it and hands it to Tammy.
Yeah, old Gertine. He had an accident with some tourists. They sort of hit him with a bicycle, but he's fine. He's in the hospital, recovering. But we just sort of wanted to get his place cleaned up for him. It's been bringing down the property taxes a little bit of the surrounding areas. Bit of an eyesore, as it were. But just.
I'm sorry if this was gone over before, but what made the mess exactly? Like, what kind of mess are we dealing with? Like, is it just that, like, is he a hoarder, or like? I
guess we could just look.
I mean, yeah, but like, if we know what we're.
I mean, we did settle on an hourly rate, so
that's a good point. All right, yeah, rock on. All right, let's do this.
If you want to make a check to see if you can get more information out of him about it,
yeah.
Totally
what am I rolling?
We are gonna have you roll. Let's go ahead and roll persuasion.
All right.
Or your charm.
Okay. What is that under?
Your social skills. By the way, chat, this is our first time running Call of Cthulhu. We are all trying to figure out these character sheets.
I have also never played at all, so I'm very excited. I don't know if I have charm then.
I have craft skills. You'll find half the circles.
I found charm. Okay.
Ooh.
Wow, that was bad. I am not charming at all.
Why don't you describe this epic failure of trying to...
Okay. So yeah, she's just basically like, okay, so like I saw on like Hoarders Buried Alive where there was like, this woman had like all these cats, and then like the cats like had all these different, very like they were like shitting and throwing up like fucking everywhere, and that requires like a specific type of like chemical breakdown. And like while I'm super down to like do that and like really get on in there and everything, I don't know, like a girl wants to be prepared, because it's like it requires a different level of composition, because how I tackle that is completely different from how I would tackle just like, if hell opened up and swallowed this house and whatever.
Paul just kind of like takes her by the shoulders and like steers her towards the door. Like, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that visual. We'll.
Yeah. No cats. No cats. I don't think there are cats. Just make sure you lock up.
Oh man, it was crazy though because one of them had eaten out the nurses.
You notice him look over to Simon as though maybe he's the one actually in charge and will be really responsible. Okay, just when you're done, go ahead and drop the key off at the tea shop. I'm sure you passed it by in town. Miss Albright is also a member of the council, and she'll be able to get that from you. And he hurriedly rushes back to his car before he could hear any more about these cats and where and when they shit and whatnot. So doesn't seem to want to talk anymore. But
as he's walking away, Paula kind of walks up next to Tammy and goes, "So tell me more about these cats."
I know, right? It's crazy. Like she'll just be like talking about these old episodes of Hoarders.
I love it. Yeah, so what you guys know that this house is just a little bit further down the road of this church. It's the only one that's on it after this. But there's also this beautiful old English church here, should you want to do that. The councilman has driven away. You guys are sort of left to your own devices right now with the key.
Well, on the assumption that this place really is as bad as they're paying us for.
They are paying you a lot.
Exactly. Simon is going to suggest that, well, I don't know about the pair of you, but I'm going to head in and take a pew, as it were, because those couple of cokes that were bouncing around before we got started are still bouncing.
Be careful.
Yeah, so are you going to try and go into the church?
Yeah.
Perfect. It's unlocked. Inside sort of that church porch, you probably rushed right past is just this bulletin board. They no longer have a weekly service. The Vicar for the overarching area just sort of said bounces between the different churches. So it's just every once a month he's able to get to this area. So it's definitely layers of dust from not being used. But yeah, why don't you go ahead, let's see, finding a bathroom in an old church, if you're indeed actually trying to find the loo.
Yeah.
Okay. Tracking roll, fine. Why don't you roll survival?
Sure. I was kind of going, well, with a bit of luck, it'll be a luck roll, but no, survival is fine.
No, yeah, let's do a luck roll.
Luck roll works.
That luck roll will work for this.
These stores just aren't labeled, and after trying to go into the vestry, because, hey, what do I know about layout? Someone will just disgustedly head out and head into the copse behind the church, and if need be, just grab a stone, as it were.
I love it. Yeah. Definitely wandering about the church, it is difficult to find what you are trying to do. Real quick, while you are relieving yourself, can you make a listen roll?
No, it'll be just sort of a bit out of sight and just so quick, and then head back in. Just the last thing I want to do is have the rest of them drive off in the van and leave me walking the quarter mile up to the cottage.
That's something brothers kind of do. As you're walking back out to the car, you sort of hear this skittering sound, little feet on stone, sort of off to your left and around you. That's about it.
Wait, what's taking you so long? We're gonna leave without you.
I'm on my way. I was just a lot of time.
Hey Paul, do you also work out? Cause like, I mean, I don't know. You look really nice.
He just kind of like stumbles over a kind of self-deprecating, like, I mean, a little bit here and there, but not some. Yeah, you look great too. Do you? I mean, how?
Oh gosh, I don't know about that, but you know.
Simon. Oh, you're right there. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout in your face. Come on, get in the back.
Yeah. We have work to do.
Just climb over the seats this time. Don't. I just got the door back on.
Simon, as you had left the church and onto this very awkward, whatever that was, you just sort of feel those fine hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. You know that feeling like someone's watching you, but you can't see who it is, but you're too afraid to look?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's just kind of old churches, you know. They're weird.
Well, given the amount of moss and overgrowth and so forth on the gravestones, and the forest overhang just over it, it wouldn't surprise me that it was the that sort of turn around and behind your back, the whole scene from a Michael Jackson video is being run up behind you, kind of thing. So yeah, it's fair.
You are also probably inhaling a lot of weird chemicals.
For the last 5 hours, and it's not just the car exhaust.
You're like,
sometimes unintentionally.
Yeah, there's just that one bottle that you really don't want to have spilled in an enclosed space in the back of that van. That's probably the only thing in the back of the van that is actually tied down very carefully.
Very carefully.
Yes. So yeah, you guys drive down, this road that gets more bumpy, more potholes as you go, not well upkept. It doesn't look like whoever old Gertine that lived down here drove much, or maybe he just drove fast and made all these potholes. But you finally see this cottage nestled at the end of the lane from the village, and it backs up against the woods, and it doesn't look like much needs to be done at it, at least from the outside. The hedges look like they've been trimmed recently. There isn't trash in the yard. The fence and gate are in good repair, a little bit overgrown, but nothing that is too obvious of, hoarding tendencies. There's these whitewashed little steps leading up, and a dark green front door. But yeah, at least from the outside, it looks like a normal little cottage.
Do like the kind of like long look over at Tammy. It's like, this is the right place, right?
Yeah.
It's the only cottage back here.
Maybe they have really great landscaping. Like, maybe those guys just didn't leave or something, or left recently. I don't know.
Pull up very carefully out front and do that scene in the movie where the van like pulls up and like step out and like really kind of like look up at everything. Kind of creepy.
Yeah, I mean,
like a little too nicely, like it's just, or is it just like normal?
Or is it like normal? Again, like the fence is kept,
like strangely normal.
I mean, isn't all normal strange? let's get down. But yeah, there is nothing like you would have thought it would have been from this amount of money that they were giving you to clean this place. But you do have a key to the front door.
Yeah, I guess Tammy would like look at the brothers and just kind of start grabbing like the base level of supplies or whatever.
I was just thinking, like I would grab like the gloves, the trash bags. Like,
she'd grab like a bucket of like some of ammonia and the base chemicals or whatever, and just, all right, here we go. Are we excited to see what thing?
The back door falls off again.
And Simon steps out just holding a broom.
At least grab a pair of gloves. Come on. And a flashlight. You never know what we're going to have to get into. It's right there. It's like, God.
I've only got two. I'm a pocket.
It has a clip, right? Okay, come on.
All right.
Be careful.
Man, this is so cool though that you designed these chemicals. Like I've never worked with.
It's actually something that I'm working on for my thesis.
Oh my gosh! Oh man! Wow, you're really talented.
I'll let Simon do this one because you guys are a little distracted again. Simon, as you walk up to this house, why don't you give me a spot hidden roll? If you're paying attention, if you're looking around. You could all make one if you decide to just unlock the door. We'll go with that.
You say spot hidden?
Yeah, sorry, I'm cutting out, guys.
I thought that was just me.
Oh boy. Man, Simon's shoes are like a bee flies into his eye.
Wow.
Oh, so close.
I was going to say, if
I'm a little distracted.
Just as a mechanic, method for a second. So if you...
Are you talking about spending your luck?
Yeah.
Got it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Knowing Tammy's roll, would you, all right, yeah, let me go over that real quick. You guys can spend your luck points to sort of push to a higher level of success, should you want to do that. You can't escape, let's see here. If you epically fail, you can't get out of that. Let's say that. But anything else, if it's just a normal failure, you are able to use your luck points to sort of boost that up. Just for future reference. I should have mentioned that. Okay.
I've got like Hawkeye eyes right now, apparently.
I know. Yeah, so as you sort of look around, as Paula has stepped up to probably unlock this door, you notice that there is sort of a distinct lack of junk mail around for a house that has been abandoned basically for an entire month. Yeah, something is off about this.
Hey guys, did the guys say if like people were actually coming by here? Cause like, and she'd point over at the mailbox, like, there's no junk mail or anything. And this doesn't really seem like the kind of town that has developed the technology for, like, you know, actually having a hold on your mail or a forwarding address.
You never know. Maybe the mail carrier knows the guy's missing, you know? Like, I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't waste his time. Maybe he keeps all of it. Maybe he's a creeper or something.
Oh, God!
Maybe he killed him!
No! Oh, man, though. What if somebody's, like, stolen his identity?
Give me the key.
Like, oh, okay.
Thanks.
I mean,
And I unlock the door and push it open.
Yeah. As you push open this door, it enters into this hallway. To the right of the front door, you can see this parlor. There are not stacks of garbage. The place doesn't look dirty really at all. Again, Tammy, you sort of notice that there's this small little side table next to the door. You know, that obvious place to throw junk mail or keys or just that sort of stuff that you have as you walk in the door. Nothing is there. There's no sort of any letters that have been collected, just sort of this lace doily that's yellowing with age. You know, as you walk down the hall, there's these various paintings sort of depicting landscape scenes, but you know, as you sort of explore this house, it just seems like basic dusting and nothing really else.
Man, we really need to take more jobs in this town if, we get paid this much for light dusting.
This is too good to be true.
I
Let's
mean,
check, is there an upstairs? Or is it just the one level?
Yeah, it's sort of this one level. You know, to the right there is that parlor, the living area. There's a dining room that's sort of opposite the parlor, and then from there, a couple of bedrooms. You do notice as you are walking down the hall is one of those pull strings to go up probably into an attic, and then just another sitting room kind of in the back. As you pulled up, you did notice that there is also a little side house, probably a gardening shed of some sort. But yeah, it looks like an old person's house, the decorations, just how it's sort of worked out. But nothing that has been standing out to you as this place is disgusting. There's not even a cat pee smell.
Maybe they just have really high standards in town.
Well, then let's do a really good job so that they hire us more.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of money. I'm not gonna complain that the disgusting horror that I've been preparing for is actually super okay. This seems like one of them good problems. Who wants to do what? How do we want to divide this up?
Simon! Oh, sorry.
I'm on it.
Make some
don't worry. I guess I'll make a start here, and the pair of you can wander on back.
I mean, that could be fine.
Yeah, I mean, you go that way. We'll go this way. Yeah. Kind of walking down the hall.
And Simon's just going to literally grab his broom, and in the, I think the best way I can describe it is an enlisted soldier who's been asked to sweep the marching square.
I love it. Sorry, our cameras got all mixed up. I'm trying to fix them.
Yeah, my computer blipped for a second, so I'm sorry.
Fine. It will be just a second. Yeah, so Simon, I'm assuming that you're just going to go into the parlor since it's right there. You see this tiled fireplace sort of set into the outside wall opposite the door, a heavy mirror above that. Again, just looking like a very old person's house. It's almost a little comforting to you. On the table is a large sort of black leather-bound book, which is the only thing that sort of catches your eye besides this tiger skin rug that has been thrown over this white leather sofa. But again, just a light dusting, it seems like.
Well, the plan then probably is to very likely move the dust around, probably in towards the fireplace on the basis that who can tell the difference between dust and ash anyhow?
Sure.
And if there's a spot that's sort of eventually large enough, probably grab the tiger pelt and put that down on the floor. Seems to be more where it belongs than on the crouching on the back of a D. But that's for in about half an hour's time.
Yeah, the rug definitely smells musty, but you could feel sort of those synthetic fibers. You know that it's not actually a tiger skin. Um, but yeah, you have the armchairs. It really is just, as said, the dusting, and then the dust that's on this book that's on the table. And yeah, you're right. Who could tell ashes from dust, anyways? The fireplace is empty. It doesn't look like one's been lit for a while, even though the weather's sort of been unseasonably cold around here.
And I suspect that once the other two have sort of sound like they've moved off a little ways, at least so that they won't necessarily hear the difference. He's going to just take the book and sit down in the sofa and have a relaxing read for a little bit, because after that car journey, he really just needs to sit down and not be standing.
Makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and leave you there with that book for a moment and see where our other two have gone.
I was picturing heading towards the back of the house, kind of like ostensibly pretending to clean, but more being flirtatious and trying to find like kind of a hidden corner, kind of, one of those like, like we should go and check everywhere. I wonder what's down this way.
I feel
you guys
like
are too cute.
Oh my god.
You put it in the character sheet.
You did. I feel like Tammy would probably want to look for the kitchen, but also like, if Paul is responding well to the most awkward flirting, then she's not looking that hard.
I think Paul would kind of be looking for the kitchen too.
Yeah, because it's like that's usually where you expect like
the most mess.
Yeah.
Like maybe the fridge is really disgusting, or there's
but,
fruit flies are really a pain in the butt.
Yeah, but also there's a closet here that maybe it needs cleaning.
there's a pantry. You never know. Like,
Exactly.
I'm sorry, Simon. As you guys enter the kitchen to kind of look around to see where this mess possibly could be, it's definitely outdated. You have that gas cooker, this iron kettle that's on it. But the table that is within the kitchen, this sort of roughly hewn hardwood table, is covered with old-fashioned magazines and stacks of scrapbooks and newspapers. There's a pair of scissors and sort of this pot of foul-smelling glue, it seems like, and a brush that seems pretty stiff kind of between all these various piles. And that's sort of the messiest thing you've seen since coming in here.
Can I look at the the piles to see I guess first of all, if there's anything cut out that seems related to each other, or any sort of pattern, or is it just random?
Oh no, you don't even have to roll for this. As you sort of step forward, there are articles and pictures on rats and mice and gerbils from fairy tales to fiction. There's scientific articles on them and advertisements for various poisons and traps that go by decades.
Uh, if you could handle this, that would be great. Because and she would just turn to like look somewhere else.
Paul would be like fixated and like absolutely fascinated. Like, this is like, and would start like going through them and whatnot.
Excellent. Tammy, why don't you make a sanity roll for me?
Okay. What is oh, there it is. Okay. Do I just do that? Nope. How do I actually roll for sanity?
If it's easier, you could just roll a D100 and we could go from there.
Okay. Because I see where it has your point, how many points you have, but I don't.
Yeah, I think we didn't get around to look at that part of the character sheet to start off with. So it's another switch on it that's hidden away. So I'd just roll normally.
Okay. We'll just roll that normally.
So I rolled a 43. I don't know what that means.
Well, your sanity is at 40.
Okay.
So.
Oh, no.
That's okay. I'm going to roll.
Oh, no.
I love it. Put that back on. That. Let's see here.
Can I spend a point of luck to? Well, I guess I don't know if it's this early. Like, let's go for it. All right.
Yeah. All right. Why don't you make an intelligence roll for me again? Or not again. Make an intelligence roll.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm super smart.
You are. Yeah, as you know, you had looked at those pictures, you sort of feel that panic creeping in, that sort of feeling in your throat that it's closing up, your heart's racing, but you're able to sort of talk yourself down from it. You could go ahead and describe that if you want in more depth.
Honestly, I feel like she would, so basically, like, she turns away from all of the articles and stuff, and just grabs, like, the bucket of cleaning wipes and just starts going to town on, like, whatever, like, the countertop or something that, like, needs cleaning, just to, feel that regaining control of the environment by having that tangential effect.
Oh, definitely. And Paul, what you are flipping through these magazines, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you probably would have noticed, Tammy acting a little bit strange there. But something that catches your eye is that some of these annotations that have been done on the side of these articles appear to be done in a child's handwriting.
Well, this is strange.
Yeah, a lot of the scrapbooks contain drawings of rodents and various traps. And then sort of interspersed between these mouse and rat drawings is another drawing that seems more like plants sort of put together with a couple of articles about like referring to something called the Green Man, but definitely it's more rats and that sort of thing. I don't know what you would sort of deciding to be focused on.
He would point that out to Tammy and go, this kind of rings a bell, this Green Man, like kind of hang out with some what you might call hippies, and I've definitely heard that before. This green man, like some sort of like forest guy with like horns on his head.
You can make a history roll if you'd like.
Can I do that? Can I do a history roll?
Yeah.
I would like to also.
Where's my history?
Yeah, as he's describing what, you could totally do that.
Oop. I mean, I don't know. That kind of sounds like some made up shit from oh god, what was that one show that was on HBO and it had Matthew McConaughey and True Detective. That sounds like some True Detective shit.
You know, I never know with these. Okay, so I don't necessarily only make cleaning supplies, and some times when when times are tough and people like some of the anyway. So yeah, people talk a lot of time when they're seeing weird shit. Anyway, yeah.
Okay. All right. What?
Never mind. I must be hearing things.
Yeah, well, anyway, I don't know. I think we should probably just throw away all of those things about...
Yeah, and I just like toss them all in this one trash bag, because I've got like the gloves on, and just like all of it into the trash bag.
Make a listen roll.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Make a listen roll.
Listen. Where's listen? There it is. I'm talking too much to hear anything.
It's true.
I'm like rambling. Like, no, it's fine, Tammy.
You felt like you had heard something like surprised you, but again, you just sort of continued to talk instead of really focus on it.
Yeah, it's like starts kind of like.
It's an old house.
Yeah.
Trying to like act like. Yeah, no, everything's fine. Yeah.
Oh man.
So what's your how's class?
Simon. So you sat down to look at this black leather book that was on the table. You quickly realized that it is the family Bible. Sort of that first page is this very detailed family tree that kind of goes through multiple pages, tracing it back to the turn of sort of the 19th century. In addition, there's tons of little sketches of various ancestors done in pencil that look pretty well done. You're an artist, you do photography, you can definitely appreciate these sort of drawings. And you notice also that there's pressed flowers that have been faded with age and locks of hair. One actually falls onto your lap as you sort of switch pages.
Oh, well, he'll absolutely start at that a little bit and carefully pick up the lock and put it back inside. Whether it goes, he'll just assume that it came out from the page that's currently open rather than...
It's open to the book of Samuel, you'll see. Where the, your eyes just sort of glance over it, can't help but read a little bit.
Coincidental enough that it's been a while since I read the old books, but
and it's that point where the Philistines are crafting those golden rats to as compensation to the Israelites for having stolen the Ark and the Covenant. Sort of a strange place to. Not one that most people really just go back to and reread, for uplifting Bible reading.
Interesting. Well, unless they're just sort of using it not so much as a bookmark maybe, but he's thinking more just as you need so many pages per to get the pressing done right and so forth. So maybe that's
Yeah,
that's
to keep it.
but interesting. He'll either um, flick through a little bit, and then before he knows what he's doing, he actually finds himself putting the book open back down on the table and taking out his camera because he suddenly realized that the way the flowers and the hair and the drawings, it's almost like they line up into some sort of figure, but he can't quite see it. So he's thinking, take the picture, let the picture show it, and what the picture shows, the picture shows.
Yeah,
He trusts the camera more than he trusts his own eyes.
it's true. It's an interesting way to capture reality with the camera. Yeah. You snap the picture and sort of press the play button and look at the picture that appears on that digital screen. It makes a face. But you know how human eyes are. We like to find faces in things. Sort of that popcorn wall ceiling, you find faces in everything. But it's weird, flowers and hair together. Probably just a trick of your eyes, but I don't know if, the way that the words are spaced, it just unnervingly looks like eyes looking at you. But it's just hair and flowers on a page.
Hair and flowers on the page, and slightly odd noises coming in from outside, and the wind whistling in the chimney breast, and standing suddenly alone in an eerily quiet house with just the dust for company. Yeah, Simon's actually quite content right now.
Yeah, making good money. Excellent. So you guys go ahead and clean through this house. Probably takes about 2.5 hours to dust. Looks oddly the same, besides the table now being devoid of all those papers. You can only push around dust so much. You've opened the windows to air the place out, but all that's left really is that back sort of what you can only guess is a gardening shed.
Hey Simon, why don't you go and check the shed outside? I think Tammy and I are gonna check out this attic and make sure there's nothing up there that needs to be dusted. Just to be thorough.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys, you pull that sort of rope, and the stairs come down, sort of this cloud of dust straight into your face as the stairs come. The hatch is only wide enough to sort of permit access to one person at a time. Yeah.
After you, milady.
Okay. And she would go up the. Is it those stairs?
The foldy stair things, like the half ladder, half stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So she would do it and kind of do it like slowly, so that way there's
He's
a
totally
view.
staring at her butt.
Yeah. But she's got the flashlight out so she can look around and everything.
Yeah.
Or
Excellent.
any teenager. He's 25, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your prime. Yeah, as you sort of shine, your head pops up over the lip of the attic, the ground, and are able to shine your light around. It's definitely colder than the rest of the house, shadowy. Seems like it probably stretches the whole of the cottage. There doesn't seem to be room to stand like fully, except for in the center, where the roof's sort of at its height. You can see that hot water tank, and then just sort of chests and suitcases and more piles of newspapers. Yeah, it looks like if you want to walk around up here, you're going to have to walk around on the joists, those beams.
Yeah.
Make sure that you don't go through the roof.
So she would kind of, yeah, like, sort of pull herself up and move to the side so that way Paul would be able to get in and just be like, hey, gotta be a bit careful. It's not exactly safe.
Paul would want to go and check out the rest of those newspapers and whatnot and see what that's about. See if those need to be tossed out and thrown away.
Yeah. I guess Tammy would look at the chests.
Yeah. Why don't you guys both
I want to see if there's more rats.
give me some dex rolls to make sure you could actually navigate this ceiling,
Okay.
this attic area.
Yeah.
Woo!
We can do good rolls. Perfect. Yeah, you guys are able to navigate through and
Dancing on the rafters.
Yeah, not put your foot through the ceiling. Paul, it is more articles of rats and poisons and traps. What you had seen downstairs, old. The newspaper is yellowing and it's very brittle in your hands. But you pick up one of these sort of sheets, and there seems to be like a poem sketched onto it, scratched into this. But this paper that you've picked up has this very distinct smell that smells very familiar to you. Give me a chemistry roll.
Succeed.
Excellent. Let me... Tannin. You could smell that that chromium sulfate that is used to process hides, coming from what you thought was paper, but is actually a skin of some sort.
What does the poem say?
Yeah. As you read it, it says, Scritch, scratch, save the rat. Bright eyes and twitching tail. Scritch, scratch, chase the rat. Cross hill and stream and dale. Scritch, scratch, catch the rat. Hang him by his tail. Scritch, scratch, good old rat. Their appetites curtail. Scritch, scratch, no more rats. The children all shall wail. Scritch, scratch, the woods come back. And then you can't read the rest.
I would not show Tammy. Like, hide that away in like a pocket of, or like in my, whatever it is that I'm wearing. And kind of like turn around and see what she's found.
Yeah, Tammy.
Oh no. I was too happy.
Like, nothing interesting. Just more.
Yeah, just old clothes and stuff, right? Yeah. Right? Like.
Yeah, just clothes. As you open this chest, you pull out, pull apart this tissue paper, and there's this beautifully beaded wedding dress, sort of sat on top. If you were to pursue further, you'll find the tuxedo to go along with it.
I feel like she would very carefully like put those back, especially if they're like clean and well preserved and stuff.
Yeah, they're immaculate. There's also a small album of wedding photographs that where it's tucked sort of to the side.
She'd look at the wedding photographs. Cause from the old man, they lived alone, right?
Yeah, there was just
Okay.
one person that lived here.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah. So
make my way over and look over her shoulder.
yeah, so she just start flipping through the wedding photos.
Yeah. I mean, you guys don't know much about the area or anything about the people that lived here, but it shows two individuals, and then later there's a small a child that they seem to have had, but they look happy standing in front of this cottage. The woods, you'll notice, are further back than they are now, and it doesn't seem like they are old enough to reflect that. It's not like these pictures are hundreds of years old. It's probably only 50, if that. And so it's sort of strange that the forest would be that much further away from where the cottage is, because you had seen no stumps or anything that would sort of indicate clearing of that.
So I feel like she would like kind of frown and look at Paul and just be like, I mean, you're the science major. Is this possible for a forest to come in that fast?
Hey, I'm a chemist, not a botanist. I don't know.
I mean, I am a theater major, so you know more than me.
I mean, you could probably make a better tree than me.
I mean, yes.
Get it?
Oh. Well, I mean, you're so funny.
He blushes like from head to toe.
Is this how we flirted when we were 20, guys? I love it.
This is actually probably better than I did when I was in my 20s.
I know. I'm like trying to think back. I'm like, what did I do?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, no, I
No, it was that way.
Shall tell no tales.
Oh yeah, acting.
I love that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, yeah, I don't know, but it's really weird, right? Like,
Yeah, no, it's definitely strange. There's a lot. There's just something strange about all of this, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the money, how clean this place is I mean, I was expecting a murder scene from the way that they were talking about it, or at the very least cats.
Yeah.
I mean, you really did get me going about the cats.
I really expected there to be.
Maybe they're in the. Maybe the cats are in the shed.
That's true. We should probably check on your brother.
Check on Simon. Yeah.
As you're heading out, Tammy's spot hidden.
Okay.
Both of you, actually.
Yeah.
Paul does not notice this.
Still staring at Tammy's butt.
Yeah, one last look around the attic, and you sort of catch a glimpse. The light from your phone, just on eyes reflecting back at you. Before they sort of disappear. Little eyes. You hear a scurrying of feet, scampering.
She scrambles downstairs.
Where are you? Oh, be careful. Don't fall.
Simon, they sent you to the shed.
Not the first time he's been sent to the shed in his career so far.
Excellent. So it's sort of set apart from the house just a little bit. Sort of this little compost pile up in the upper corner with a garden that's been slightly overgrown, various vegetables and whatnot in stages of rotting. And, you see the crows sort of picking at the remains of what was a pumpkin, with this sort of large metal garden pitchfork just left right there in the garden. But where are you? Are you just going to go into the shed? What is your plan here? There's actually a couple doors into this building. There's one on the front, and then you notice another one going to the side.
In which case, he'll try and open the front door first. See if that comes open. Failing that, he'll go around to the side door. Actually, even if that front door opens, he'll look in, take a quick glance around there, then go round, take a quick glance round to the side, and make that mental calculation of what's the least amount of work, if any, that needs doing in here to call it a job done.
Yeah. As you open that door, both doors are unlocked, but that front door, as you open it, this very distinct chemical smell just wafts out at you. It is strong. Your eyes sort of water and burn a little bit with how strong it is. You have this sort of storage area in this part, but you notice that a wall has been erected to where this side door must go to. But in this front area, it just seems like there's storage, brown bottles, metal tins, canisters, just lining these shelves. None of them labeled. You can't tell what they are just from the doorway, but definitely a distinct smell.
Well, he'll back away out of the front door, leaving it open.
Good idea.
And then recognizing the fact that that's probably actually not a bad idea, as you say. And he'll shake his head, try and clear it.
A little lightheaded.
Yes, sneeze a couple of times, and walk around to the side and take a deep breath and hold it before he opens it.
Give me a luck roll.
Luck. I used to have luck. Where have they hidden it on here? Yes, I used to have luck. Ooh.
Excellent. The door pops right open. Your eyes see potting plants and gardening tools, but then immediately what catches your attention are these shelves and benches just stacked with tools that appear to be animal traps of all shapes and sizes. As you enter, you sort of uncover more of these devices used for killing things, all the way up to these rusted sort of man traps hanging from chains from the rafters. A small little forge is on the back wall, probably used to keep these things in working order. It looks like he has anything he could possibly need to keep his tools and traps working.
Well, I guess there is such a thing as, he says, looking at the bear trap, a better mouse trap. Simon just gets another one of those sort of voice in his head talking to himself moment, where he steps back, opens up that side door as far as it'll go, and he'll just step back and take another picture of the interplay of the shadows and the teeth and the trap bars and just the macabre mechanics that room kind of emanates.
Yeah.
There's something in there that speaks to him.
Oh, it's nice. And, just like the way that natural light sort of filters in with how wide you open the door, just catches the light beautifully on the steel and metal of some rusting traps. But most of them are pristine. And as you look sort of at your, the picture at the end, there's a couple of them that you thumb through, but one catches your eye. You zoom in, and in the reflection of the trap that seems right in front of you, that large sort of metal curve slanting, you notice a reflection. You don't know how your camera caught that. Maybe you just had the aperture and whatnot set just right. But there's a reflection of something tall and dark behind you, just in the wood line back. But it could just be the shadows, the trick of the light.
It might be just the trick of the light, but Simon hasn't got where he is today, if where he is today is anywhere to get to, by not trusting his instinct when it comes to light and shadow. And he's going to attempt to nonchalantly, but just as he's looking at it, turn the camera back over or actually what he really needs to do now is put the camera down, take out his cell phone, and start as if to look something, he's looking up the weather or whatever, but he'll grab up the quick camera app on there, switch the lens back to the face lens, and take a shot backwards over his shoulder.
Smart. Very smart. You take the picture, look down at your phone, catch a glimpse just briefly before your phone dies. But you're not really sure what you saw. Give me a sanity roll.
Oh, great. Yes, of course I will.
Yeah. Make an intelligence roll.
The one time in the game you do not want to make the roll. Ooh, thank goodness.
Yeah. You're able to suppress the memory, but just briefly, in the briefest of seconds, you were taken back to just a couple years ago when you were on a mountain hiking with your brothers. Oh, but you shoved that down. It's not time for that. Yeah, but your
Press
phone's
finger
dead.
through. Well, the phone has fortunately died, but he's still trying to press his finger through it, trying to delete that picture.
Yeah, so Paul and Tammy, you come up, you see Simon furiously tapping on his phone, the screen black.
Hey, are you okay?
Tapping on it harder doesn't bring the battery back.
And he looks around and reaches out for.
God, Simon, how many times have I told you to charge your phone? What if I needed to get a hold of you? What if? God.
Well, if we had charges in the back of the car, but you know how it is.
If wishes were horses, then beggars would ride, Simon.
I mean, hey, it's fine. Like it's not like this place is super dirty. Like we only have a couple places to wrap up. We'll be out of here soon.
What's that smell?
It's from around the corner by the main shed door. It's. Ooh.
Chemistry check if you want to go check it out.
Yes.
Did you find the mess?
Success.
Excellent. Yeah. It's poison.
That's whoa.
You could
Back
just
away.
definitely tell mix of poisons and herbicides, many which have been illegal for years now.
Whoa. I would definitely like kind of poke my head in and like hold my breath and try not to breathe and kind of see what kind of storage we're dealing with. If it's
just sort of those shelves laden with canisters that are in sort of these corroding tins. None of the labels are there, but just sort of this mixture of like these sulfates and phosphates. You know that this is a poison. Can't tell which kind, but just from the herbicides and the smell that you get from that, you're like, these are illegal and are not allowed to be used around here.
And he's immediately thinking like, all right, how many of these are worth like taking a little bit of and maybe adding to my personal collection of interesting chemical substances to play with in the future. Like, you never really know when something might come in handy. I mean, like, and so yeah, he's got like this kind of running justification in his head of why he should take some of these, and maybe he should come back later with some more secure containers and take them back to his
Well, you probably have protective clothing in the van. You probably have some containers.
Yeah, so I would definitely kind of warn Simon and Tammy off and say, like, oh, this is definitely not something that you guys want to deal with, but I do have like respirators and stuff in the truck. So I would then go back to the truck and suit up and maybe try and take care of that.
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
Nope, you go.
I was gonna say like Tammy would just have been like hanging out with Simon, just again, you seem kind of shook up. Are you okay? Like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm fine.
Okay, because you're kind of pale. Did you breathe in a bunch of that stuff? Because
possibly, but I
maybe
I think as long as I
let's get you some water. Like hey, we're gonna go inside. Because he probably needs some water.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, all right. Yeah, and Paul is in like science boy happy mode, like I get new stuff to play with. Oh, this is dangerous. Oh, this could probably kill me. Yay. Oh, I get to try out my new respirator. I just got new filters for it yesterday. Sweet.
Yeah. And she's just like, well, my phone still works for now, so if you need us, just give a holler.
Cool. And I got like headphones in.
You are ready for this.
Like the big gloves, and
I'm excited. Give me a luck roll.
Respirator goggles. Me?
Yeah.
Or...
What kind of protective gear?
My luck go. I would say like full on like respirator, goggles, really thick rubber gloves, kind of like the white like full body suit with like, for this he would have like the protective like black apron and whatnot. So kind of everything. A little overboard too. Where the hell is my luck? Oh, duh. Yeah, just like maybe even stuff that he doesn't need, like stuff that doesn't do anything but just looks cool.
Now you're like full house.
So like a bandolero of like vials that are empty, and so you can take samples and like little pipettes sticking out of everywhere.
definitely a good idea. As you sort of had pulled one of these chemicals out, it sloshed up a little bit, giving you that whiff of sort of hydrochloric acid that you know would have melted through your gloves had it spilt at all. So be careful.
Whoa.
Right, let's not go there.
Putting you in the glass-lined container.
Yeah. But over to Tammy and Simon, now that Paul is by himself in a chemical shed.
Where nothing
Happy
can possibly
chemist.
go wrong.
Yeah,
Very, very happy chemist.
Yeah.
it's excellent. So I'm assuming you're going to head into the kitchen and try the tap to get some water.
Yeah.
As you sort of lift the faucet, there's sort of that, you hear that grumbling as the pipes and water try to get pulled up from the well. And you let it run for a moment because it comes out brown at first before eventually clearing up. But it should taste good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She'll grab some glasses.
Well, I'll just cut hands underneath and.
Yeah, give me a luck roll.
Oh, no. I'm sorry in advance.
Oh, it's close. Unfortunately, I can't spend luck to make a luck roll, so.
Nope. You'll find out at a later time about this. But yes, you guys are able to get water. Paul, you're able to get all the chemicals you could possibly desire. I will have you give me one more luck roll just to make sure you could get these into the van. And then whoa! You are meticulously careful. Describe this for me.
Happy chemist. So Paul is this is where he truly shines as a human being. And this is why he started the cleaning business in the first place, is because he realized that this was just one of his things. And so he, has everything properly stored, labeled, in its proper container, and not stored near anything else that could interact with it. He's got everything identified that he can identify, and he's got everything that he can't identify marked and ready to be identified when he gets it home. It's the back of the van is shelves of jars and stuff like that, and on this side's a little bit scrambly with the brooms and whatnot, and I really am going to put a seat back there for Simon one of these days, I swear. But it's just I haven't gotten around to it, so yeah, it's and he's moving everything like it's nitroglycerin, and it's one thing at a time back to the it gets put away, labeled, strapped in, and then back for the next one.
Yeah.
And there's one kind of larger container that he's even got a little hand cart for, that he unfolds and takes it back over and lifts with his knees and not his back.
You are on it, and you even labeled them with the chemical formulas. You're okay, HCl. And then
and a cute and a little drawing of there's a little dude that is his little Clippy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's don't forget this one's flammable.
Oh my gosh.
And a little flame in the little talk box. Yeah, he's got his own kind of coding system for stuff.
Yeah, this is going to take you a while then. So as you.
Oh yeah, it takes a while.
It takes a while. So I mean, this is something only Paul can do. So as you wait, Tammy and Simon, what are you guys gonna do?
I guess. Well, first of all, does it seem like Simon is recovering from the experience, or did drinking the water do something horrible?
Just sort of has that metallic-y, rock taste. He seems fine right now.
I guess she'd look in the fridge to see if there's anything that needs to be thrown away, because, like, that seems like a good idea.
Yeah, it's one of those sort of box freezers, ice boxes, ice chests, that
Okay.
word. Just sort of some ice cubes and some sour milk, and then a couple of things that are wrapped up in paper.
Okay. I feel like she would probably just throw everything into a trash bag.
Yeah, probably a good idea. But other than that, that was it. That's all that really needed to be done with the fridge.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then, I don't know. I mean, I guess, she'd look over at Simon, like, you doing better? Feeling okay?
Somewhat, but I don't know about you. There's just something about this place that gives me the creeps.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot about this place that creeps me out. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to get done as quickly as we can. I think getting done before dark would be great and in our best interest. I'm just gonna throw that out there because, like, I saw something alive that was in the attic. I don't want to find its friends. I want to pretend that was not alive. And maybe I was just seeing things, but I don't know. But I don't like it.
Skittering sound.
What?
From the cupboards, probably.
Hey,
Little feet.
did you hear that? Like, she's gonna, like, grab a broom, like, and just protectively, like, did you hear that, like, in the cabinet? Like, Simon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what Simon's reaction is perhaps a little bit odd in that what he does is that he swings around as quietly as he can, brings the camera up to his face, and slowly goes with a hand to open one of the cupboard doors, and then does that whole quickly yank open surprise maneuver.
Before he opens the door, Tammy is getting on a chair. Like, let's not take any chances.
Yeah, you hear that sound, Tammy, that you remember very well, when a rat sort of screeches in surprise as it comes running out of the cupboard towards you. Simon wasn't expecting this. The bright light so quickly, and sort of plops onto the counter and then onto the ground, scurrying around trying to get out, but it is fast.
Kill it! She's just gonna, like, flail with the broom.
It's kind of like an opossum that, like, hisses at you.
Get it away!
Well, ever the gentleman, Simon is going to shoot it, as it were, with the camera.
That doesn't do anything!
Then he's going to desperately look around for some sort of a container to try to trap this rodent with.
Yeah, I mean, the cupboard you opened has some bowls and cups. The other side of it seems to be where it was going with the boxed goods and whatnot.
And then he will just grab the largest sort of thing he can find, be it a bowl or whatever. Hopefully it's big enough. We'll see. I'm not that hopeful. And try to do his best to just catch the rat inside the bowl, as it were.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a dexterity roll?
Oh, well, that's at least he's young enough that's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to corner it just under the chair that Tammy is standing on, almost knocking her over. Capture it down. How are you going to pick up this cup, though, bowl? Now that it is trapped. You could hear it banging against the bowl, actually moving it, trying to, it's the hardest to get out, doing its little screaming.
I think we need Paul and some of his concoctions for the next step.
Tammy is just like crying. Like, oh god, this is so gross, get it away!
Give me a sanity roll, Tammy.
Okay, alright.
You just hear it continually banging against the side of this bowl over and over again, squeaking loudly.
Oh, it's so gross. Oops. Yeah! Somehow.
Yeah, give me an intelligence roll now.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, again, your house growing up was definitely a lot messier, and had rats in it, but brings you back to the time when you tried to like go to sleep and you'd hear them shuffling around near your pillow. You'd have to throw something to make them scatter. And those memories just start almost overtaking you, but you're able to push them back down. You're like, not now.
Just get rid of it. It's so fucking gross, okay?
Simon's going to, well, whether it's with the broom or with a foot, just push the container gently into like the corner, whether it's underneath the cupboards or by the stove or wherever, but just sort of to get it somewhat out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, look, Tammy, what we need now is Paul. He'll know how to deal with this.
I agree. I need Paul.
And he'll sort of in that completely this is an alien being way, not having a clue where to put his hands, just try to get her to come down off the chair and lead her out of the kitchen back out into the garden to catch up with Paul.
Like she is holding the broom like a sword and like refuses to let it go. So
that's fine.
Like I imagine it kind of becomes one of those like half falling maneuvers. But like it's not very far, so they don't actually fall, but like they're stumbling for sure. And she's just like as wide a berth as she can give that container. Like that's happening. And she will just run outside.
Paul, did you put anything on top of the container?
No, I did not. So there's every chance that it'll just buckle its back and rush out from underneath it.
Yeah, just being a bull, he's able to just sort of run into it. You hear the clatter as the bull flips over and the mouse, heads straight towards the door that you guys are leaving now because there's outside. Right between your legs.
Oh my god!
Paul has got his headphones in. He's not paying any attention. Give me 2 seconds. My
Yeah.
headphones are dying and I can't find my thing.
You are fine. Yeah, you see Paul, he's just doing his chemistry thing, just not even paying attention.
Where did Paul manage to find a hazardous goods sign for the van?
I feel
Of my sources.
I feel like Tammy is definitely like doing the full girly freak out thing of just like, oh, it's so gross and I can't between my legs. and we'll probably like run towards Paul, just like, hold me.
Ooh, you're
Oh,
running
no.
towards him.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Uh,
Hazardous chemicals. So it could go wrong.
yeah.
Oh, it's
man.
like just finishing up, like closing up the van.
Oh no, give
and,
me
like,
some
turns
luck
around
rolls.
and
Okay. Yeah.
like I just got the door back on and like closed and latched and even got like the padlock on at the last second, turn around and like Tammy is running head first at me, screaming. I'm like, oh my god, what the hell is going on?
Could have been very bad.
There was this giant rat and it was like this. And oh my god, he like came right at me and I'm so freaked out.
And he doesn't like really believe her that it was that big. He's like, sure, it was that big. Yeah, no, I totally believe you, babe. I mean, yeah. No, I'll go look. Yeah, sure. Simon.
Yeah.
Where is Simon?
Yes, back putting direct.
Look around her and
back
like, see
the,
Simon over there, like
heading back towards the shed, grabbing the pitchfork. Because if I have to deal with another one of those, I want to do a pitchfork thing.
Thank you.
And when Paul sees Simon with the pitchfork, he like looks at Tammy, looks at Simon, looks at the pitchfork, like, wait, how big was this rat?
She just like clings
maybe I
to
should
him.
believe her.
She clings to him tighter, just like, oh my god.
Like, hang on. Oh, I have something for this. And he goes back into the van to get like one of the less dangerous and still legal chemicals that, won't kill them as well as the rat. Maybe something that won't even kill it, something that would just like knock it out.
Yeah.
Definitely more humane. He doesn't want to like hurt the rat, but he definitely wants to get it out of the house. And there's
you need to kill these things, like kill them with fire.
No, they're more afraid of you than you are of them.
I don't think so. They claw you, like you don't even know, okay? And they're like so diseased and gross, and like their fur smells really weird in those tails. What the fuck?
He's trying to placate her a bit and also kind of detach himself from her because he's like trying to get in, like to help Simon get this rat out. But did the rat already get out?
Yeah.
Paul thinks it's still in the house, so he's like, no, I'll go. Okay, it's fine.
It ran through my legs while I was running out. It was the grossest fucking thing.
Well, where did it go?
It went, and she'll just gesture to the outside in the direction of straight.
Man.
I didn't get to use your chemicals.
He's a little disappointed, but then he like very quickly kind of tries to recover and be more like he's being supportive of her, like oh no, he's calming her down, like the arm around the shoulder, like patting her, like doing like getting in for the hug. It's okay. He's going full white knight, like
Simon, where are you?
I feel so much safer now. Thank you.
Simon has wandered round to the other side of the van, where he's just leaning up, pitchfork to the side, lighting up a cigarette, and from out of the back of the van, he's grabbed a can of Coke because, well, a can of Coke just makes everything better.
Yeah.
And he's just idly looking out over the edge of the forest where the rat ran in, going, I think I'm with Tammy. I don't think I want to be around here when nightfall comes.
Yeah. Give me spot hidden. Is there like an observation?
Oh, he's blind as a bat today.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't notice anything. So, what is your next step? There is that one room with the traps that you did not clean, but I believe it was only Simon that saw that room.
Was that in a different part from the poison room?
Yeah, so there was the front door to the shed, and then there was another side door off to the left.
Okay. And we've cleaned everything else otherwise?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So I feel like, she's kind of like still like hanging out in in Paul's arms, but just like, obviously calmed down at this point. And again, kind of just, yeah, you're so strong. You gotta work out, right? Like,
Did they do that thing where they're like almost kiss and then they're like, oh wait, no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Simon, we should.
Simon,
We should finish. There's still one more room, right? Let's do our job. That is important.
Warm up.
I mean, maybe you could take your shirt off. I mean, not that
It's a little cold outside.
Yeah.
He thinks about it for a second, then he's like a little self-conscious, goes walking off looking for Simon, but not too quickly.
Yeah, she's following, like, just kind of like, I really shouldn't have said that. Oh, God.
Simon's just on the other side of the van, but I'm guessing you guys are walking back to the cottage.
Hey, Simon! Yeah.
Yeah, Simon!
He's actually behind us.
Yeah.
Simon! Hey, he's walking back towards the house.
He'll just put down the half-drunk can on top of the van and go around and follow them in and go. Just be careful when you go in there. There's some pretty sharp edges.
Oh shit! I thought you were. Oh God! I thought you were over there. Oh.
We really gotta get like a bell for him or something.
Seriously, make some noise, man.
Simon, does Paul know
All
that
right,
you
what
smoke?
are you saying? Like, what's in there?
Oh, just a whole bunch of animal traps. Mice to bear.
Come again?
I know
This
you.
I got-
You watch
this
the
I
same
gotta
the same.
You're talking like
cartoons when
like
I started growing up.
Acme, Bear Trap, Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
Like, seriously? I've never seen one of those in real life.
Just
And he
watch
like goes to
the
like,
feet.
he kind of speeds up a little bit. He's like, really?
What does this guy do? Like, have we found the house of the Jigsaw Killer? Like, is that
Would you like to play a game?
No!
Ooh.
No, I do
He
not.
does like, ooh.
I mean, I guess with you maybe, but I mean, not that kind of game.
He blushes, like, you see his ears turn bright red first, and then it just, like, starts at the top and goes all the way down, and he, like, turns around, like, spins on one heel, and, like, so, bear traps, yeah, and, yeah.
Bear traps are better.
The pointy thing, at least the mechanical stuff kind of makes sense.
True.
Girls, not so much.
No. And it is exactly as Simon said. You just see benches and shelves and hanging from chains from the ceiling, various different man traps, mice traps, just for all sizes going up.
Takes one of the smallest, like, bear trap style, kind of, takes it out and, like, sticks it out the door and goes, "Hi, I'm trapping."
Give me a luck roll.
Oh
no! Ooh, one of these days my luck is gonna run out.
I know. Yeah, luckily this one seems to be well oiled. You're able to just move it around, no issue.
It's a little tough, but
yeah, you got to do a little bit of strength, but luckily you keep your fingers out of the way.
These are crazy.
Yeah. Tammy, what
Simon.
do you Go ahead, Simon.
Simon is...
Let me see your finger.
I'm assuming that there's not too much space inside the room itself with all the traps and just sort of the overall size. So Simon is going to just slouch up against the outside door and just let his camera sweep the front of the forest going down. Just looking for that sort of English countryside shot, thinking it's got to be there, but it'll appear when it appears.
Yeah, definitely. Tammy, what are you doing?
I feel like she's sort of looking at the room, like, again, depending on how big kitty depending on how big the room is, as far as whether or not she's actually in it or not, but, like, I feel like she's just looking at it from, like, how the fuck do you even clean a trap room? And
carefully.
Yeah, because so, like, she's just, like, kind of, like, watching Paul, like, be careful, because, like, I would not put it past any of these things to give you tetanus. Like, everything here will give us tetanus. I'm gonna call it right there. This room is Tetanus City.
Yeah. Do you go into the room?
I'm meticulous about my booster shots. Trust me.
Oh my god.
I have a schedule.
You're so responsible. It's like, that's like really impressive.
You should see my filing system. And he starts going off about, like, the color coding for his bills that he has. Like,
this actually seems to be genuinely exciting to her.
This is how they spend their entire first date, going through medical records and shit. Yeah.
Oh man. Tammy, give me a luck roll.
I would love.
Luck? Okay. Oh shit. Adorable. I rolled a 7 for luck. That's extra lucky.
That is good. Yeah, you guys are, able to chat and able to, I don't know, however you clean these traps, clean around the traps with the dust.
Yeah, I feel like it is you get one of those dusters with the poles, so that way, like, you just, like, you're not actually putting your hands anywhere near it.
One of those static dusters.
Yeah.
It's
The
excellent.
ones that like bend and stuff too. Get up over top of the like
Exactly.
fan blades
Just
and
like
stuff.
very
Yeah,
soft.
and Tammy's just like showing off her cleaning techniques. Like, yeah, so I have this system here, and it's like blah 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 blah, yada yada. Like,
Paul makes a joke about a French maid's outfit at least twice.
I mean, I didn't. I
It's
guess
not suave at all. Kind of like brings it
Yeah.
up awkwardly a couple of times.
Oh my god, yeah, and she just again be like, well, I mean, I didn't think about it, but I mean,
Hey,
it's
you know,
not
that might be a business idea. You know, we could.
yeah. I bet we could make more money, and but
Do you
don't
think we could get
know.
Simon in a French maid's outfit?
Oh yeah, like I mean, with the things that he smokes, probably.
Simon. Speaking of which, you have been fanning your camera on this forest, looking, just for that perfect countryside shot. You take a couple of test shots to, make sure that the lighting is right. Um, and as you have been thumbing through the pictures that you've taken, it oddly seems like the forest is closer than the picture that you had taken just like 15 minutes ago. But you don't know if you just got the angle different. Maybe it's just the lighting, the play of the shadows. It's weird.
He'll go back and forth a few times, trying to work it out in his mind and realizing that he's not.
Yeah, it's definitely
And
there.
there's something. He'll just slowly put the camera down or on the strap over his neck and turn around and lean in through the doorway. And go, how's it going? Are we done yet?
Are we done, Sam?
Yeah.
I mean, what time of day is it now, Sam?
It is now late afternoon about, still very cold outside. You could kind of feel that threat of rain coming. But the wind picks up just a little bit. Simon, you're the one that's outside. And you smell, I don't know, the only way to describe it is that it makes your stomach sort of churn. Sort of, I guess maybe you could describe it as like a garbage dump type smell, something rotting. And you notice that there's this little path from the shed through a gate that goes off into the forest just a ways.
Yeah, yeah, but I really don't have good a good feeling about this.
I mean, we're almost done, so
I mean, we might as well, work until 5 o'clock and get a full day. I mean,
yeah.
they are paying us by the hour. I'm sure we could find something else, one more thing to clean. Let's take a look around. Let's do one more lap around the house and see if maybe we could wash a window or or if we missed a cellar or something.
I really don't want to go into a cellar in this place.
Um,
That attic
Come
was
on.
spooky enough.
Think maybe there's more rats.
No.
Oh.
Simon's going to grab an almost white-knuckled grasp of the pitchfork and just start to move down that little pathway by the side of the shed to see what's back around the back of the shed.
Are any of us able to see him?
Yeah, I mean, the doorway's
Okay.
open. He was probably standing in the doorway and has now
Okay.
walked off.
Simon, where you going? I'd follow him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just sort of
Same.
beyond that gate, in the rear, you have the hedges, sort of this damp woodland. And the first thing that you see, sort of lining the trees, is this bunting, sort of looking banner type thing, running between the branches. And as you get closer, and are able to kind of take in more, you notice that it's not bunting at all, but the corpses of dozens of rats and mice strung up by their tails, by ropes from the trees.
I feel like Tammy just starts throwing up.
Yeah, I need you guys all to give me a sanity roll. There are
the hell
hundreds of these things. Just the sheer number is ridiculous.
I did it!
How's Tammy the only one that passes?
With the rat phobia makes the sanity check.
Paul is just, whoa! What the? Whoa! Huh? What?
Yeah, I need both Paul and Simon to give me intelligence rolls.
Failure.
Now you want to fail these.
Feel free to give me an arbitrary number between 1 and 100, Mrs. Jim.
Whew, let's see here. I can roll this. I was not expecting you to fail that badly.
There's got to be a reason. There's got to be an explanation for this. There has to be an explanation for this.
Okay.
It's art. It's an art installation. That's all it is. It's got to be an art installation.
No.
Some crazy freaking hippie artist or something. What the fuck?
We should throw it all out.
I'm not touching this. Not this is a biohazard. We are not. No. We gotta
Can we go back to my plan of fire? Fire was a good plan.
You can't burn down the entire forest, Tammy. I mean, we'll keep it as an option, but it's probably not a good place to start.
Let's not roll it out, though.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh, God. No, at the very least, we're going to have to come back and deal with this tomorrow, and we're doing a whole nother full 8-hour day, and I have more gloves and clean suits back at my lab. No, like oh God, they are definitely gonna have to pay us more for this. No, what the? We gotta go find. What was that guy? Did anybody get that guy's name? I was so nervous when we met that guy. I don't think we asked him his name.
I'm gonna go back to elsewhere. Let's talk away from this.
As you turn, Simon.
turn and look for Simon. Where is Simon?
I was going to say I don't have my temporary tables in front of me, so I need the interpretation of the 9, please, because I recognize it for what it is, but I just can't remember what it is.
Why don't we? Let's see here. I was just gonna let you describe something, but let me bring it to the table. If you want to, yeah.
That works fine.
Okay.
Well, Simon is currently engaged in what might only be termed as sparring practice with the pitchfork against this line of hanging rodents, as though they're just he's literally trying to spear the rodents with the pitchfork, shouting things like, "You're not, no, get away, die,
Simon, no!"
Some of them are falling down around you. You could feel the branches being pulled. Make luck rolls.
Oh, God.
All fails.
I succeeded.
There we go. Sorry, take a second. Paul, as you were trying to approach Simon, Simon, you don't recognize Paul right now. You just see this dark entity approaching you and lash out at him with the pitchfork.
It's that. Absolutely, there is no two ways about it. That is absolutely. Although on that roll, it's doubtful whether Paul actually recognizes that he was indeed the intended target.
Yeah. Well, why don't we have Paul? Why don't you give me a dexterity roll or dodge?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll let you guys both describe this. We're going to take 1d3 points of damage. Paul, go ahead and roll that.
I was going to say, I miss wildly on a 71.
Sure. But...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Paul was like trying to like grab the pitchfork.
Oh, okay.
To try and like calm Simon down, and
he's going for okay.
And like pull it away from him and like get his attention. And be like, Simon, calm down.
And Simon is saying, "You took my parents. You're not taking me."
You're gonna try and stab him again?
Yep. Okay, so theoretically a regular miss.
Yeah, Paul, you're holding tight to this pitchfork as Diamond's trying to wrench it away from you to gouge you with it.
Is there a way I can help at all?
Yeah, how would you like to help?
I don't know. I guess if I can try to grab, like, help Paul by, like, also grabbing the pitchfork.
Yeah, give me a dexterity roll.
Okay.
Make sure you don't grab the pointy end.
No. So yeah, I succeed.
Yeah, you're able to help Paul. Why don't you describe this? You guys, you succeed really well. Are able to get the pitchfork away from him.
Okay. Let's all. How about we just leave right now? I think this is very upsetting, and we should go. Right. Let's go, Simon.
Yeah, I
Simon,
was about to headbutt him, so yeah.
But oddly, there's something about Tammy's words that just also oddly coincides with the 2 rounds that the temporary insanity lasted.
Oh.
That breaks through to Simon, and he's just standing there, panting, absolutely drenched in sweat, and just that whole barbarian come out of a rage, no real concept of what's going on.
Like
As he just looks up into the mass of rodents.
She would kind of
throws the pitchfork down on the ground and starts walking back towards the hut.
Yeah. Let's leave. I think we've done a lot today, and maybe it wasn't the full 8 hours, but that's okay. They owe us for hazard.
I think that's
hazard
a great,
anyway.
I think it's a great plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is definitely hazard pay. Like those chemicals alone, like.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of, I'm gonna call that a even trade.
We're not gonna tell them that, because again, we're taking time for ourselves, for the self-care. About
this is why you're our new business manager.
Oh, you think they're like
this is exactly why we hired you, Tammy.
Oh God. Well, I just want to be like helpful for you guys. And I'm really glad that like I want to do whatever I can.
And he's just like nodding and like googly eyed as they're like walking back, kind of almost having forgotten about Simon's little episode and leaving the pitchfork behind.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm just not gonna worry about that.
Simon, how far ahead of the group are you?
I'm probably given the he's marching off in sort of a not quite a rage march, but still a determined march. He's probably opened up a gap of, I don't know, 30 feet, something like that, I would imagine.
Yeah. The first drops of rain fall on you as you exit the forest, that sort of protective canopy there. And give me a spot hidden roll.
Oh, absolutely. It would be a pleasure. Simon is, as we know, blind.
Yeah. I mean, you just came out of that rage. You're exhausted. You're probably looking at your feet, and you don't notice until it's a little bit too late. This line of rats in front of you near the gate, scurrying about back and forth, it kind of looking almost like a mosh pit of sorts between these creatures, and the only way to get back through would be to sort of try and step over them, but it sort of stops you in your tracks, you almost tripping over these rats. One actually scurries over your boot as you wait there.
What the bloody hell?
So yes, Simon is probably just going to try to, as you say, without realizing it, he's not looking through a camera lens. He doesn't even recognize that they're there at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you hear this scream and of the rat and a crunching sound as you accidentally step on one, and then it's weird. All of their heads just sort of snap to turn towards you, their little beady black eyes just staring at you. That's when they start moving. One's crawling up your leg, and it looks like they're all about to try and come upon you.
Well, Simon being Simon, he's not above screaming like a little schoolgirl, as it were.
Yeah, your scream sort of mixes in with these animal-like squeaks and shrill cries of these mice as they are just descending upon you. You feel like these little nips even through your pants as their sharp little teeth sink in.
And I can only imagine when the other two are coming out of the forest.
Yeah, speaking of which, you guys both look up. You don't have to do a spot hidden roll. The screams are loud enough, mixing with the squeaks and cries of these rats.
I would start running immediately.
Yeah, this sort of coalescing heave that's just crawling up Simon's legs and pants as he's just screaming out in pain and fear of these things.
I
would come running and kicking and like try like punting rats as much as possible. You know, good old football kicks.
I feel like Tammy would remain a respectable distance away in fear, but like all the emotional support.
I would grab Simon by the arm and try and like pull him into a run and just get him moving.
Tammy, give me a sanity roll.
Okay.
Actually, Simon, you probably too.
I feel that being eaten by a load of rats is a fair use of a sanity check.
I mean, that's a fail right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. All makes sense. Let's see here. I'm going to see here. This is going to be for Tammy. Let me type right. Ooh, all right. And for okay. Paul, your vision just goes, or not Paul, Simon, your vision just goes black. Once again, you just cannot see anything. The pain is just overtaking you. You hear Paul's voice shouting at you to try and help you, but it seems like it's coming through a tunnel. Tammy, you're not here. You've gone back to a place where you're hiding under a table. It's filthy all around you, just garbage stacked up around you. You hear people shouting, but there's a rat you remember crawling up your leg, but you're frozen in fear as it sort of scampers towards your face because you don't know if you'd rather face this rat or face what's out from underneath this table. And yeah, you're just kind of stuck in this place in the middle of this sort of ground that has the rain sort of falling on you, but you can't even see Paul and Simon right now. But yeah, Simon, what do you do?
Simon is trying to make his way through this dark, almost physical fog. He's shouting yet mumbling stuff like, "Mom, Dad, no, don't go to the dark. I'm coming. I'll get there. I'll make it." We'll be together.
Paul, you hear this. He was young when your parents left. Went on a camping trip when Joseph turned 18 and just sort of never came back. And you and Andy were the ones that kind of had to tell him that his parents had left. And now your little brother's just shouting for them.
Yeah, Paul is kind of scrambling about looking for anything that he can use, like it's too far back to grab the pitchfork, but he's looking around for like a big log or anything he can do to like get these rats away from Simon, because Simon's like, he feels like Simon's not responding. He kind of went through a phase where he kind of shut down after his parents disappeared, and he doesn't want the same thing to happen to Simon.
Yeah.
Like he knows that was one of those things where like Simon, and he's never really talked about it. He's never opened up about it. So he's like, yeah, he's freaking out too here. Sorry, I'm like really.
If this goes too far, you guys we can just skip.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm just like. No. So Paul is looking for something to attack the rats with.
Yeah, you are able to go ahead and give me a luck roll.
Do I have any sort of like a lighter or anything? How far are we from the van?
Not too far. It's probably a good 20 feet if you were to sprint.
Yeah, I'd head for the van, and I'm gonna try and find something flammable.
There's a lot of flammable things in the van.
Yes. I'm aware. And I probably have do I have one of those like pump pressure sprayers?
Yeah.
So the plan is to run to the van, grab the pump sprayer, throw something flammable in it, and then kind of makeshift flamethrower the rats.
That are on your brother. Yes, give me a luck roll.
Around.
Oh, okay.
I'm not aiming for him. I'm trying to like in bursts,
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to set my brother
Concentrated
on fire.
fire.
Okay.
Luck?
Actually, this should be a chemistry roll for you.
Chemistry?
Yeah.
I'm closing my eyes. I don't want to see. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, I hope you didn't like that face, Simon.
Spend a luck point. Bring that up.
All right, how do I do that in here?
Just deduct 14 luck.
Deduct 14 luck?
Yeah.
So your luck goes down.
You might have to click into edit mode briefly to be able to flick the sheet around.
Much better.
There you go.
Oh wait, sorry, that was the luck.
You're fine. It just automatically, when you expend your luck, it makes your failure into just a success, and then
yeah,
from the hard success.
It's like a currency, so you just...
So like there was still some something in the sprayer in the tube that didn't get out at first, and that was keeping it from lighting.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So you sort of flush that out and are able to makeshift a flamethrower from the spraying to
redneck flamethrower.
Yeah. It's perfect. Yeah, that distinct smell of burning fur and flesh sort of fill the air as you're able to catch fire to these rats that are around Simon, and that seems to signal to the others to get away from him. As Simon sort of falls to the ground, just trembling, covered in these little red marks everywhere. But Tammy, what's going on?
She's basically like frozen in place with like silent tears running down her face.
Yeah, it takes you a while to come out of this. You basically just when you blink, you're one place, and you blink again, and you see the horrors that's happening in front of you right now. The fire is almost what brings you out. That sudden sort of bright light. Um, what do you do now that you're back? Those dried tears on your face, only to face another horror in front of you.
I mean, are the boys heading for the car?
They are just literally probably 10, 15 feet in front of you. You're a little bit closer to the forest, and Paul is spraying these rats down with fiery chemicals.
I feel like
It's that repeated bright light that has brought you back.
I mean, if she can try to grab Simon while he's holding them off, like she would attempt that, but otherwise she's booking it for the car.
Yeah. So Simon, you fall into the ground. You're covered in these little rat teeth marks, bleeding. You're able to get to him, Tammy, if you want to. There's rat bodies sort of making a path towards him. You'll have to step on them to get to him.
Oh God, yeah. She is trying very hard not to look.
Yeah, how do you help Simon?
Yeah, so basically, like, she would, is he on the ground?
Yeah.
Then, she would try to pull him to his feet while, Paul is flamethrowing everything else, and try to, get him moving towards the car.
Paul is like flamethrowering a path towards the van once he realizes he has help.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
My plan was to go back for Tammy. But if she's come back, if she's like
right now.
You're essentially moving a mannequin.
Yeah.
As you guys are making your way to the car, Paul sort of bringing up the rear with these the the flames on these rats. Yeah, you're able to make it to the van. There's more rats, but they're just scurrying out of the way of this fire that Paul has created.
I feel like Tammy is just like doesn't care about the door. It's just trying to haul Simon into the van.
All three of them in the front seat, trying to scramble in.
Yeah.
He at the last minute, instead of putting the sprayer back into the van, hurls it into the rat.
Yeah, it would be cool if it exploded, but you put that lid on pretty tight. Should try something else.
And then jumps in and closes the door and starts the engine.
Yeah, give me a luck roll. Ooh, starts right up.
That's my girl. That's my girl. All right. And then just foot on the gas, over the rats, like back out the way.
You hear that crunching sound, and you actually hear things falling off the roof as you peel out. You could see the rats coming down the windshield as they're sliding off in the motion that you've created.
What?
Oh, God.
Actual fuck.
I'm gonna need the longest fucking shower, the most hot water. Let's just drive out of this whole fucking town. It's not worth it. Not worth it. No.
And the fact that Paul does not make a crack about, like,
right.
if Tammy needs somebody to wash her back, etc., says how freaked out he is.
Yeah. Give me a driving skill.
Oh, no.
He's like looking over his shoulder and failure.
Oh, no.
I'd say that's probably worth 2 points of luck too.
Yeah. Let's get some luck there.
2 points? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, oops, wrong button. There we go. Spending 2 luck points, yes, please.
Go.
So at the very last second, like swerves around the stump that was in the middle of the road.
A large branch that had
post
fallen.
Or whatever it was.
The rain is coming down harder. Everyone give me a spot hidden. Rolling.
18. Hard success.
All right. That's all I need. Paul, you're driving. The panic, is almost subsiding, and there's someone standing in the middle of the road. You're able to
slam on the brakes
just in time. Your headlights resting on this old gentleman that seems to be in a hospital gown, trying to walk down the road. His hair is graying and long, frazzled, sort of deer in the headlight look as he just walks by the van, trailing his fingers along the window shield on the driver's side.
Do not make eye contact. Just stare straight ahead.
What? Wait, who the fuck is this guy?
Shh. Don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But he's heading towards the house.
At him.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
You could hear him. There's this sort of slight giggle in his voice. He says, the trees need to be fed. They'll come for them all if they're not fed, Always hungry, they're always needing to be fed. They have to be fed, or they'll go looking for themselves.
What the fuck does that mean?
And he's just repeating over and over again, they need to be fed. I have to feed them. I have to get back. I need to feed them.
So,
and then he continues walking past.
How about we keep going? How about we keep going?
I think that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Put on the gas.
Yeah. You know what sounds great? Starbucks. Go to there.
I know. I definitely need a pint.
Yeah.
Definitely need a pint of stout now.
Yeah. Or, all the vodka. All of it.
All the
Yeah. That'll kill everything.
Just go away into an oblivious land.
Where was there was a tea shop?
Yeah.
Or something where we were supposed to drop the key? Can we just throw that out the window as we
Yeah.
go by?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys go down the road, you pass the church, the sun is setting, and
is there anything weird about the church as we drive by? Like, is the door open?
Does it have a weird symbol that is not a cross now?
Like standing in the bell tower staring at us?
Yeah. a mysterious glow or people in cloaks? Are there any people in cloaks?
Do you guys
people
stop?
sitting on their own headstones yet?
No, we're not getting out of the car. We're just peering through the window.
No, there's nothing like that, but the trees, the foliage, the church almost seems completely covered now with these branches and twining vines, and you can actually see them moving to continue to cover this church, and it looks like it's heading towards the city. This forest that is moving.
I feel like Tammy would like put her hand on like Paul's leg or something and just be like, "Fucking go, fucking let's go."
Your fingernails are really sharp. Can you?
We're gonna go.
I'm
Okay.
going.
Okay.
Sanity rolls.
Okay.
Everyone.
Wait, did I get my jars mixed up?
Yeah, maybe.
Simon is so far gone into his permanent little warm black hole insanity that he's blissfully unaware of everything else.
Bad trip. That's all it is. It's got to be a bad trip. It's just like I got my jars mixed up, and maybe there was a hole in one of my gloves. I don't know. Like, this has got to be poison. Poison. Definitely
I also
got poison.
failed.
And Simon, you failed too, right?
No, I got the extreme.
Oh, you got the extreme. It hasn't updated for me yet. Sorry about that.
You just...
Oh, got a failure.
Paul, give me a luck roll.
Oh, oops. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing.
You're fine.
Luck.
Since you were driving this car and your brain is...
Art success.
There we go. Yeah. You could feel your hands sort of trembling on the wheel. It's hard to think straight to drive, but luckily you have some muscle memory. You always kind of go into this strange state when you drive. It's weird.
Driving is on autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The autopilot.
You have those like wonderful fingernails in your thigh to remind you of like the pain of reality. You're
That's
welcome.
Perfect.
Keeping me grounded.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tammy.
Yeah.
But just
helping
from the side of your vision, it seems like as you're driving full speed, it's this dark figure that is just out of the corner of your eye, keeping pace with the van and looking vaguely familiar.
No, this is just this. It's the nightmare again. It's the exact same nightmare I always have. It's that dark figure from the mountain. It's not really there. You're just hallucinating. It's part of the. We get a poison control. Poison control. Simon, look up poison control. God, or good. No, don't. No, God, don't call poison control. I just remembered what I have. Definitely hallucinating, and I'd like kind of try and look at the dark figure without looking at the dark figure.
Yeah, it's hard. It seems like your eyes won't let you look at it. It's just sort of this void of darkness.
If I try and look directly at it, it's not there.
Yeah.
Or
it's
I look past it.
But
it's just eyes on the road. Eyes on the road.
Simon, you hear all this too. Paul talking about the dark figure from the mountains.
It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real.
Feel crunching under the tires.
Paul's having like full flashbacks to the mountain.
Okay. Simon is going to blindly reach up on one of the shelves in the back of the car, kicking the back door open and throwing whatever is in his hand out of the back.
Not the door.
You stay away from us.
Yeah. Was that power roll to kick open the door of the van?
That power roll was really just to see where his state, if he was reacting or
Yeah.
how sane/insane that he was going to do it.
Give me a luck roll.
Yeah, that's about right for Simon.
Yeah. As you kick open the back door of this van, chemicals have already been kind of moving around precariously, but Paul had strapped them in pretty well. But you feel dizzy as well. Probably that water from earlier not sitting well with you. And this chemical that you have in your hand spills down your leg, and it is immediately excruciating pain. The cup rolls away from your hand as you drop it, crying out, and you could see HCl sort of written on it, this hydrochloric acid, already eating away at your skin. And you fall out the back of the car, kind of rolling in the dirt. 1d6 damage.
I feel like I would definitely notice the back door being kicked open.
Oh yeah,
so.
you notice all this. You notice the immediate smell of it. Has a distinct smell, hydrochloric acid, when it is spilled. Immediately filling the cabin of the van. And
I'm sorry to interrupt, but
no.
I do have to ask the question of, would you care to give me a rough feel for how much damage I might have taken from the rat bites?
That is good. Totally forgot about that. Let's say roll a 1d3.
Okay.
And then I guess Sam, while he's doing that, because I don't know if I took I failed the insanity test too.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure what effect I had.
So you're sitting next to Paul in the car.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and describe this panic attack that is coming upon you?
Let's see. So
you just need to get them off.
Get them off. I feel like she probably has among her personal cleaning equipment one of those things of Clorox wipes or something. So she's just furiously rubbing her skin I need to be clean. I need to be fucking clean. They're fucking everywhere, and I can't clean.
Yeah, your skin's getting sort of rubbed raw. With the how strong that you're rubbing yourself. Roll 1d3 for damage. Paul, you have Tammy sitting next to you, furiously rubbing her skin red, and you just heard the back door of the van pop open. The smell of hydrochloric acid has filled, and Simon has just fallen out the back.
Immediately, slam on the brakes and turn to Tammy and kind of do it what the hell? You gotta hold it together for 30 seconds, okay? Stop. Whatever you're doing right now, just sit on your hands and out of the back. I would definitely have like a spill kit in the back of the van with something to like neutralize acid, something along the lines of like baking soda, big massive thing of baking soda.
You get that Sam's Club baking soda, baby.
Yeah, it's like dumping that all over the inside of the van and all over Simon's leg if I'm not too far down the road from him. And yeah, definitely trying to neutralize as much of that acid as possible, because I would recognize that smell and know like exactly what the procedures to neutralize that would be just from working in the lab for so long.
Oh yeah, you definitely know. That's why you have that much baking soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you run over to Simon, pouring the baking soda down his leg. You can see that the pant and skin has been eaten away.
What were you thinking? Just grabbing random stuff in the back of the van? Like, have you lost your mind? God, you're all I got left, man. I can't lose you too. Come on. And then, like, try and drag him back to the van.
Simon, do you say anything? The pain is excruciating, even now that the acid is no longer eating through your skin.
Simon is just between darkness and pain. He's just lost in his walking through purgatory, going into hell to rescue his parents kind of power dream.
Like, all I need you to do right now is nothing, okay? And he like pulls him and like hurls him into the back of the van, like dumps the rest of the well, not the rest of it, a good amount more of the baking soda just like all over him, just as a final like fuck you, and then slams the back of the van closed and like gets the door closed and locked back down, and is like looking around to make sure that he doesn't have like trees or rats like coming up behind me before I get back in the van and look at Tammy and go, will you handle him while I deal with the fucking car? And like he's kind of he's lost all sense of being polite at this point in time. He's like in total panic mode. His little brother is hurt, and he's like just wants to get back to civilization and out of this insanity, like this crazy place that they've found themselves in.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
It's like, is this like an alternate dimension? Like, what the hell is going on? This is a movie. It's got to be a movie. Is this one of those shows? Am I on candid camera?
Let's fucking go. We're gonna go. Okay, we're gonna go.
Scared and alone. Yeah.
No.
One of those. Like, yeah.
We're gonna go.
What's the show? And like he's starting the car and moving, but he's like talking about television shows and all that stuff. So that one was Shannon Doherty. Like, do you remember that one? That one was really bad. Like, I mean, it was okay for a minute, but then it was like it got really stupid.
Give me a luck roll, Paul.
No failure.
Running out of luck.
Come on.
She's not starting. You see the headlights sputtering in front of you.
No. I turn everything off and then like, I know. Oh, I know exactly. And like pop the hood, hop out, and like try and fiddle with the wires and use my
do electrical repair.
Tammy would slide over to the driver's side to like mess with it, like do the thing of like, okay, so turn it.
Mechanical or electrical?
Mechanical would be good.
Hard success.
Excellent. But Tammy, so the headlight.
Try it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it just luck?
Nah, with his hard success.
Okay, cool.
Very good. But Tammy, you look up, the headlights finally giving off a steady stream of light, and there's something standing behind Paul.
Behind you! Get in the car!
I don't even look behind me. I just run for the door, the open door of the car.
It's like you're in a dream, when you're trying to run in a nightmare and you're not
Extra
running fast
slow.
enough.
I can't move.
Lead in your legs.
Like, oh man.
It doesn't move though. You just are seeing Paul trying to run back to the car, but Paul isn't moving either.
It's like, how is it 3 feet and it's taking me 7 minutes?
Yeah, it seems like they're both frozen. You could see in Paul's eyes that he's trying to run, but not moving.
She would get out of the car and try to grab him.
Do you look at the creature?
No.
Yeah, Paul, you give me a sanity check.
Failure!
Yeah, in your mind, you were running, you were sprinting, you are getting away from this thing, but reality, you're not moving at all. But Tammy, you were able to, you keep your head down, you grab his arm and pull him back towards the van, probably shoving him over and taking the driver's seat.
I have a shitty drive roll. This is gonna suck.
Simon, you're probably just groaning in the back.
Yeah. She's fucking keying it. Like, she doesn't give a fuck. We're driving.
Yeah, give me a drive.
Oh, God. Okay. Is that a failure?
Roll me a D100. I have your drive right here. You start driving blindly. You're trying not to look up as you do, just going off, and you can feel the car sort of going off the road and into this sort of ditch where
no!
gets stuck.
Oh no!
But it moved forward just a bit. But you would have thought there would have been a thump, but there was nothing.
Okay.
There's a knock on your door.
Oh God. Oh God. I feel like this is one of those moments in a horror movie where she like very slowly turns.
Yeah, suddenly there's a flashlight in your eyes, and sirens, a light, red and blue lights from a police officer looking in. Ma'am, are you all right?
No. Oh my God. We need help. Please. Oh my God. There's rats. So many rats.
I'm gonna need you to step out of the vehicle.
Like, does the officer look like an officer?
He looks like an officer. The hat sort of, it's hard to see with a flashlight in your eyes.
Okay. Can I see your badge, please?
You see him reach down into his pocket, and he holds up a badge.
Does it actually look like a badge?
It looks like a badge.
Okay, then she will like look at Paul and do as she's told.
Am I functional again?
No.
No, I'm still running, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Like catatonic in the passenger seat. We have a medical emergency. I can't help. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
pointing his flashlight over into the back of the van, over onto Paul.
Who's passed out in a pile of white powder. Not at all suspicious.
The house is absolutely smoking. Well, remains smoking, as it were. Yeah.
You know what? And that's okay.
Officer, like, we were just hired to clean, and that's all we had to do. We had to clean. We had to clean a house, and then there were these rats, and they like came from everything, and we have to go. Like, please help us.
You hear him muttering something in the walkie-talkie on his shoulder. Sounds like he's asking for backup a little bit. But he does help you get out. You look around and the dark figure's not there. Just the blue and red lights of this officer's vehicle.
Do you know where there's a hospital? Because my friend got like eaten up really, really bad.
Yeah. He'll put in a call for an ambulance. And you guys are able to get the help that you need. Simon suffered pretty extensive damage to his leg and pretty much walks with a limp now. A constant reminder to Paul what had happened. But you guys don't really talk about it anymore. But this is where we're going to end tonight. Our one shot of Call of Cthulhu. Scritch scratch.
The important question, though, do James or do Paul and Tammy manage to make it to that Starbucks date?
I say I don't think so. I feel like
I was gonna say, like, I think that it. I don't think it would. I think it would be too hard to not think about rats.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't think Paul's gonna be dating anybody for a while.
No.
Oh, man.
Paul. Then what?
We just don't sleep anymore, like,
No.
at all. It's
No.
fine.
They do. I do feel like they trauma bond and drink heavily together, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think Simon ends up?
Simon
passed out under the table.
About a month or two in the clinical wing of whatever hospital he goes to, but he's basically the medical treatment and the psychological treatment that he receives presupposes that it was just suppressed trauma from losing his parents, and then the acid burns as a at-work accident, essentially, at the end of the job that triggered his insanity. The nature of the rattiness of it, as it were, is not really mentioned in the notes, other than just the peculiar way that his psychosis presents itself.
Yeah. It's never really your little brother again, was he, Paul?
No. I mean, but I think that Paul definitely got pretty quiet after that too, you know. Like they actually no. Paul becomes obsessed with this. That dark shadow, like he I think he goes back eventually.
Ooh.
Actually, I don't think he can stay away.
He's the
think
next man in the white robe walking
Yeah.
down the road.
He needs to know. He needs
Yeah.
to know. Yeah. No, Paul would go back
Tammy's place.
armed.
Probably
Yeah.
good idea.
I feel like Tammy's place is basically just like fucking spotless at all times. Like she is the person who's like, so when you come into my house, you're gonna change from your shoes, which will go into a bag, and then into like these special, disposable slippers that, also have plastic wrap over them, and like, everything smells like bleach most of the time. Like,
Paul goes full like mad scientist.
yeah.
And yeah.
Probably drops out of college, doesn't actually finish your chemistry degree.
Doesn't ever actually drop out, just becomes that perpetual student.
Yeah.
And if you've seen, was it Real Genius with Val Kilmer?
Mm-hmm.
The guy that lives in the walls.
Oh God.
That's Paul.
Oh God.
Perfect.
One of my best buddies took 40 years to finish his chemistry PhD.
See?
Mhm.
There you go.
That would be Paul.
And so yeah, he like gets grants and stuff, and has done all kinds of like taken samples of the thing that the poem was written on, and found out that it's like human skin, or
It's rat skin, probably.
rat skin, or something bizarre like that. And he goes down the rabbit hole completely on this one.
The rat hole.
Yeah.
I am really surprised that we survived.
It's in my mind.
One shot, having everybody survive is basically unheard of.
I definitely thought the cop was gonna be like the Green Man. like I thought that was what you were gonna do.
I'm like, don't get out of the car! Don't get out of the car! Don't get out of the car!
Like,
I saw the time. It was in my head. I'm like, we should get an ending.
Yeah.
Let them live.
I'll let them live.
This is fun.
Oh,
For now. Maybe we bring them all back. Who knows? But
yeah, like 10 years later.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Paul is like full conspiracy theorist, like delving into the occult, trying to figure. I mean, he goes full Charlie Day with the red wine.
Yeah, Carol.
you guys like don't even like plan this meetup. You like it's at some random place.
We're all just drawn there.
Yeah.
The tea shop.
The tea shop.
Yeah.
Just real quick, we're not gonna go back. We just need to know that we weren't insane because this thing has ruined all our relationships in life. Okay. I guess I'll be getting you guys back together again soon.
Yeah.
I'm totally down.
Yes. That'd be
fun. Anyways, guys, this has been Penny for a Tale. I'm Sam. I've been the keeper tonight. I was really excited to finally run Call of Cthulhu. Real quick, I'll let everyone do their outros. We'll start with Jen this time.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jen. I go by Savage Sparrow on the internet. I make awesome nerdy clothing and apparel at savagesparrow.com. You can find me on Penny for a Tale every Sunday for the Pathfinder game. And this was my first time ever playing Call of Cthulhu, so I had a super great time. Thank you so much, Sam, for running.
Yeah. So I'll go over to James.
I think this was actually my time playing actual Call of Cthulhu as well. I've played like Trail of Cthulhu before, but I think this is my first time playing Call. So I come in, I go, and I hope that I get to see everybody for Star Wars sometime in the near future, and I hope that we get to come back and do this one more time, because this was a lot of fun, and thank you so much, Sam, for doing this for us.
Yeah.
I guess somebody should probably plug the Patreon if it's still out there.
It's still out there.
Penny for a Tale. And always check out our YouTube channel and subscribe and click the notification bell on Twitch. Yeah.
You did it. See?
Yeah.
I don't have to remember to do everything when I have James. Perfect. Go ahead, stop.
Hi, I'm RQ Staffan. This tonight has been an absolute blast, and thank you, Sam, just for opening up the invites. I can normally be found hanging around various chats, lurking and causing chaos, be it miniature rain domain, be it encounter roleplay, be it Laughing Lindy, um, all sorts of others. But every now and then, I like to stick my toe in the water and cause chaos in person, as it were. And tonight it was just a gem. So much fun, such great players. Really enjoyed it. So thank you.
Yeah, it was great. This was also my first time running Call of Cthulhu, playing Call of Cthulhu. I just had the book. I'm like, I'm going to do this. I want to run a game. Um, it was fun. You guys could catch me on Sunday as well in the Pathfinder game. This next upcoming Tuesday, I will be running the last episode of Relic's Game of Angels on Pathfinder or on Penny for a Tale. And then we'll be getting our schedule up for our January season here soon. So make sure you guys tune in. We'll be doing casting calls. We'll be doing all the fun things to get a good season for you guys. So go ahead and go have a good night. Get in bed before midnight here in the US. So, night, everyone.